Hi, welcome to Similar But Different, the podcast. Let's do that again. Okay. But I'm getting all the benefits.
Without having to pay.
Right.
Yeah, they screwed me. And then I found a bunch of friends that I was different from. I think I'd like the gram more if I got hit up in my DMs.
Okay, this should probably end. Hi, welcome to Similar But Different. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Jen.
Hello, Jen.
Hey, Rach.
How's it going?
It's good. It's a Saturday. I like this vibe.
Saturday morning. I know that's not a Sunday. I feel like Saturday should also have a song. Like Sunday morning, rain is falling.
Yep.
Friday.
Exactly.
And Saturday morning's a good morning.
Is it? It is.
It is.
Especially today.
Yeah.
What a day we have ahead of us.
I love that you texted me and were like, hey, I'm moving slow this morning. I'll try to be ready at 10. And I was like, girl, don't rush. I think I forgot that I had, so we're heading to a baby sprinkle after this.
Baby sprinkle.
And I was like, oh yeah, I need to put these diapers and wipes in some container. And
You packaged that this morning?
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
And that's why it was like 8:30. And I was like, I've got plenty of time. And then I forgot that I was like, oh, I'm probably going to look like slightly a little more put together, which I'm like, that'll take 6 minutes. And it doesn't.
Yeah. I struggled with that because I was like, it's another Saturday morning. I'm just going to go to, and I was like, oh, I'm going to go to a baby sprinkle. Shit. I need to like bathe.
Yeah.
Going out in public, I have to bathe.
And then I was like, so we're recording a couple episodes today. And I was like, oh, I'm going to need like a different outfit. And then I'll wear that to the shower. Wait, I got to try on both because we've all made the mistake of in our minds putting an outfit together and being we're going to love that, aren't we?
Yes.
And then you put it on and you're like, whoa, what is going on here?
That's why when I pack to travel now, I put on every outfit before I pack it.
Yeah, it's important.
It is very important. That is that's a tangent though.
Real quick, when Taylor and I went on our Renaissance, we literally like put on a bunch of outfits, took pictures of them, and we're like sending them to each other, being like, oh, do you think this will capture like this event and this weather and this is what I'm bringing and here's how I'm gonna mix and match. And
so not only did you pack with yourself putting things on, but you had Taylor's approval.
Yeah, and that I think is such a, I don't know, like she stayed with us a few months ago because she was going to a wedding and she brought a few outfits, and so she like tried them on with me and we were seeing what goes together, and she borrowed some bags and I was like, this is nice. Like this, it was such like a core memory of like getting together or getting ready together in college for something because you just like live with your girlfriend.
Oh my God, I love that. That was a good time.
And with Skylar, I'll try on a bunch of different things and he's like, yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, right? I was like, I need more from you. I need like different verbs,
and like,
noun, whatever.
So he will try sometimes, and I like see it, and he will have an opinion. Like I know there are certain things that I will wear, or like a certain vibe that he's going to be way more into.
Oh, yep.
Than other vibes. Like
Nathan hates the big fat wide pant vibes.
Yeah, I mean, I described my outfit today as a mom running errands.
Yep, it's cute
because I'm like literally these might be called mom jeans. Yes. And then like the low top sneaks with ankle socks, which is very of hip our millennia, and an oversized button up. And when I got this, I was like, oh, it's like cozy and soft, but like bright, and that's fun for me. And it's like, Skylar, don't we love this? And he's like, sure.
I can see that's Nathan would be like, yeah. And then I'd be like, but really, what do you think? It looks like a highlighter.
You're right.
That's what he would say. And I have to pull that out of him.
Right.
Because this is what he says about these pants. He's like, I hate those pants, so don't ask me if I like your outfit.
Yeah, but then you just want them to be like, I like it.
Yeah, just you know.
Once I like bought something that made me look like an 8-year-old boy, and I really liked it. And Skylar was like, yeah, I guess it's good. And I was telling Taylor, I was like, he didn't like it. He was like, yeah, he's not gonna love it when you're dressed in like loose little boy clothing. It's like, that is fair.
That's why we dress for ourselves and other women. That's funny. I just wanted to touch on one of our citizens, Heather.
Yes.
We celebrated a birthday dinner with her last night.
Oh, fun.
And it was great. And I got to see I didn't get to play with all of the people that were there last night, but they were all basketball players,
Yeah.
other than Heather, who was our athletic trainer,
Oh, that's fun.
which is kind of cool.
She
Yeah.
was like, "I'm bringing my patients together."
Patient. But it was a really we went to Gersi.
I was gonna ask where you went. I've never been there. It's been on
I
my
haven't
list.
either.
Where is it again?
It is where 80 the cafe used to be on Great between on Grace. Wait, no? Yeah. Between Broad and Monument. It used to be where 804 cafe 805
I
whatever
know what
that
you're talking
cafe
about.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
It took that little like hole in the wall spot. It's very like intimate
Yeah,
and
we love
cute.
that.
It was a great night. Had a great time. So it was so cool to see like and get to hang out with some of them that I haven't seen in so long.
Yeah.
So yeah, Heather, you're the best.
That's fun.
She kept
She's
saying
the
like
best.
she was like, "Oh yeah, that." And she's like, "Wait, nope, you didn't tell me that. Heard it on the podcast."
Yeah.
And I was
I have had friends mention things to me, being like, "Oh yeah, I know this is like an insecurity of yours or something." And I'm like, "Huh,
yeah,
sure. I mean, I guess we have talked about that before." And then I'm like, no,
podcast.
podcast."
Yep. Yep. And one of the other one of my favorite citizens, Cody, uh called me out on my year of yes.
Oh, because you said no to
I said no. He I was talked about it on the podcast. I'm going to say yes to more things this year. And he sent it to his brother Dallas, and I think the person at the party that told me about her year of yes that I
Yeah.
got it from. And Dallas was like, "Give her something to say yes to." And he did, invited me to a fun game night.
Okay, I'm gonna cut you off to the camera. Cody, I'm talking to you. I love a game night and I am a yeser. Jen gives the vibes that she's a yeser, but she's not.
It's fair.
And you met my husband, Skylar, but what was the name? Everyone,
What
that
was his
name game
name?
we
And
played?
I don't remember what they
He gave
called.
Skylar, Shane, and
Oh.
something else. But yeah, invite us to your game night. And then Jen might feel some friendship jealousy
Oh, yeah, I would
and
probably be
start
jealous of that.
coming.
That's fair.
Like when you saw me and Lindsay at the bar, but it was for a
It was
surprise party for you.
And
And
I
you just
immediately was
saw
like,
us
"What the
there,
fuck?"
and you were not immediately like, "Oh my gosh, a bunch of my friends. This must be a surprise for me." You were like, "Oh, a bunch of my friends hanging out together that I introduced without."
Behind my back. That's immediately what I thought, because it couldn't have been for me. Oh, that was
That's
actually pretty
funny.
great. Yeah, but I will say I appreciated the invite, but it's been a rough week with work. I was
Was it
stressing
on a
about
weeknight?
it was on a Thursday night, and that's the night
Actually, I don't
before.
know. That's hard. I might not have
Yeah. And it was the night before I already had a social plan on Friday night, so I knew I was going to be doing something, which, socially I have to really
Yeah.
save up.
Yeah.
I have to get that,
Yeah.
get that going.
We are planning or planned a game night with some of our college friends, and I gave him options of like availability in these months: Friday night, Saturday afternoon, or Saturday night. There
Mm.
is not weeknight availability that I'm
Yeah.
giving. That for me is for like quick hits, like a little book club or a dinner or
It needs to
something.
be starting at 5:30.
But like a game night event, I was like, "Ugh, I want that to last into the evening and not be like, I have to wake up early for work tomorrow."
Yeah. That's how I felt. I felt bad leaving book club. I felt like early, but it was 8:30 or 8 o'clock or something. And I was
Was
like,
it?
yeah. Because we started at like 6:30,
That's true.
and I was like,
People need to get there early like I do. Every time I come, I
the
am
first
the
one
first
there.
one, but I get there at like little after 6. And I'm
Same.
like, what
Well,
are people doing?
what are
And
they doing?
granted, some people don't work from home, and I'm just like, I work from home, I'm preparing my dish that I'm bringing, and then, yeah,
Mm.
I'm going because I don't like having to sit and wait in between. I need to be like, okay, I'm done with this. If I
Yeah.
sit, then I'm not coming to book club.
Yep. I feel that. I felt that for dinner. Dinner was at 6 last night, and I was almost like just sitting like, what are we doing?
Right.
Why can't I just go?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I want the event to start at 5:30. That gives
Right.
me enough time post work to get ready to go. Whereas any longer than that.
That's why when we pod during the week, I'm like, right at around like
5:15.
5:10, I'm like heading over.
On the way. It's perfect though.
Did we check what time we started?
It was like 10:25.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We have a guest coming for the other one we're recording today, so just
Send
want
up
to
a
make sure,
prayer that
yeah,
the
the mic's
audio
gonna be
works.
good.
She's gonna
Um,
be our next guinea pig. I didn't want to bring Mel back immediately and have another
right.
episode fail. So
She might
Kai,
just cut off the friendship entirely.
yeah.
That's risky.
So Kai's gonna be our guinea pig, and then we'll bring Mel back because that was pure gold.
Yeah.
It was golden.
Okay, some other quick life updates I want to share. So I think I've shared on the pod that I started reading, maybe I didn't share on the pod, but the Akatar series,
Mm-hmm.
because everyone's so obsessed with it, and I really liked the Fourth Wing books.
Yep.
So I finished the first Akatar, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, I had strong feelings about how some of the characters fell in love, and then didn't make sense, and all this kind of stuff. I just finished the second one. Jen, I woke up early
Started reading.
yesterday to read. Like, we typically go to the gym, and Skylar's hurt his back, and I was like, maybe you should just really keep resting your back, and I can read. And I like got up in bed and turned on my little light and read for an hour and a half.
Obsessed.
And I finished the book, and I'm so invested.
Yes.
I do have trouble with the like fairy fucking. Like, the whole touching my wings gives me an orgasm is really hard for me to get past, but I'm
Yeah.
just accepting it. I
Yep.
really liked the build up in the second book.
Mm.
I was just like, I need these two people. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I'm excited. I've been asking around for people who have it so I can borrow it and
Oh, the third
continue with
book?
the series. And I have not read Onyx Storm yet.
Oh my God, I am like 80%. I have to finish it this weekend because I'm meeting with some friends about it at work we're literally have
Oh,
a book
that's
club
so
meeting
fun.
during work hours on
Yeah.
Monday to talk through it. Um I've been it's hard, like there are moments where I'm like I have to stay up and read this. I can't put this down. It's
Yeah.
at too pivotal of a moment.
Yeah, and I heard, so my friend had like 5 pages left, but she had to go to a doctor's appointment. She was like, okay, well, I just got to go. I'll bring the book, and the doctor's, I'll probably have to wait. And she even said, she's like, it's the last 5 pages. They're probably just like wrapping some things up. It's not going to be whoa. And she says,
It's
it's
whoa.
whoa.
Everybody says it's whoa and I'm like I need to get there.
Yeah.
But then I'm going to be so pissed because it's going to be what, over a year or a year or something till the next one comes out potentially.
Yeah. Well,
That's
it takes a
normal.
long time to
Yeah.
fulfill.
No, but she teased us because when she did Fourth Wing, it was like only 6 or 8 months later that she then like released um Iron Flame.
Yeah.
So it was like she had already like must have built it up and knew.
I think I heard, so I don't know how factual this is, but that it was originally just supposed to be a 3 book series, and then it got
When it blew up.
expanded, and so maybe that's why also it's a little longer.
Well, I hope she doesn't
She
like
wasn't
force
prepared
it.
for that. Yeah, we wouldn't love that. I'm sure the fans will riot.
Yeah. But Akatar I think does a really good job of like building that world for you.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like slow, and there are some other books that you'll get to that are kind of, you know, they might be slow. I enjoyed them because I love this like just tell me all the details.
Yeah.
Tell me about this court and all of the flowers that grow.
Yeah, it is fun.
It's like I'm for it.
Yeah, I'm into it. And I'm not a fantasy girl.
Oh
And I
man.
granted, which is why I have issues with the fairies.
Yeah. I don't think I can ever go to nonfiction again.
Oh,
Like I don't know if I'll be able to do it.
do love nonfiction. I love a memoir.
I
And then I also love, so speaking of that, you know how I like to have a book that I'm physically reading and then
Yes.
an audiobook that I'm listening to. I'm listening to a book called Cultish by Amanda Montell. She has a handful of books. I highly recommend her. She also has a podcast called Cultish.
Mhm.
Anyways, it's all about like how our society defines a cult and like the fanaticism of language and like how cult leaders like are successful and ties them to like you can see this in how like politicians work or how like Soul Cycle works or how MLM works and like what is actually a cult versus what isn't and
Mhm.
how the term cult is like bad but also good. Like people want their makeup brand to have a cult following.
Yeah.
But it's just really fascinating and I think she does like it's just interesting to listen to and you learn stuff.
Yeah. I mean, Yeah. I can see cults being good and bad,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
I mean, you think of cult and you think of like a bad scenario. Oh, there she goes.
bye, Penny.
Someone's home. She's like, "Yep, there's my cult."
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you think of cult and you think of those like really bad scenarios where they have like kids and children and all that shit going on
Right.
and millions of wives. But like you just mentioned, a cult following could just be a group of people that run every morning.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like the difference in how people use it. And
Mhm.
she like starts the book with saying, asking people how they define cult. And some people think of like the Jonestown Massacre
Mhm.
and Nexium. And then some people are like, oh, CrossFit or
Yes.
Gwyneth Paltrow's beauty brand and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's really cool to like see all the different pockets and like
Mhm.
when it's good, when it's bad.
I
Yeah.
like the idea of listening to maybe nonfiction if I ever go back. If like a memoir.
But you won't even like you say you don't have even an interest in like you just want to listen to like fantasy fiction or read fantasy fiction. So
Right
it's
now.
not just that you're only
Well,
going to listen to fiction or read fiction.
no, because from book club, I've enjoyed the books that we read,
Okay.
and they're fiction.
Yeah.
Like I really thought Parable of the Sower was kind of cool, which has its kind of like fantasy type thing
Yeah, I
in
was
it.
like that is also
Yeah, Berry
fantasy.
Pickers I thought was pretty
Oh yeah,
interesting.
okay. I liked berry pickers. Yeah.
So yeah, there I would say those,
Okay.
but I almost feel like I want to watch my nonfiction. Like I want like those like
Like a
biographies or
documentary. Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of
Yeah. That's
I
fair.
need the images
Yeah.
like a kid.
Well, yeah, I had been in a rut of like, I don't know, trudging through reading and not getting excited. And it's so fun when you're like excited to read your book.
Yeah. I That was one of the reasons I was moving a little slow this morning is I was like, I just want to sit in bed and read this. I want to keep
Yeah.
reading.
Yeah. Well, sorry to take you away.
No, it's okay. It's all I do, like hours. I no
You
longer watch
puzzle
TV.
and you read.
My puzzles are
Yeah.
off the table right now
Yeah.
because we have to get through this book.
Well, didn't you say that this episode is going to land on or around? No, Valentine's Day is not a Friday, so it'll be landing the week
The
of
week of
Valentine's
Valentine's. Yeah.
Day.
I know this because my mom is dead set, so we'll be on vacation the week during the week of Valentine's, and she's like, "I have to get a reservation at the nice restaurant for Valentine's Day."
Oh, wow. That is so not me or
Me neither.
Skylar.
Me
You
neither.
know, Kai, who's coming here later today, loves Valentine's Day.
Really?
So that'd be fun to maybe like
Let's do a little
trickle
touchback
in
on
because it'll still be
yeah.
February.
It's funny because yeah, this is a scenario where we both don't like think that like who cares.
Yeah. Now, as an elementary school child, I loved Valentine's Day
Oh.
just because you got a little piece of candy.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, people who gave Valentines without candy, it was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, you just gave one to everyone in the class.
Mm-hmm.
I was not someone in youth who like boys had crushes on, so that wasn't a
Me
fun
neither.
thing for me. Oh my gosh, embarrassing Valentine's Day story. So once in high school, um, my two best friends, Taylor and Shanna, like did this thing of like, oh, we're gonna be Rachel's Valentine, and like left all these like secret notes, and I had to figure out who was my Valentine. But obviously, of course, I was hoping it was some boy.
That you had a crush on or something?
Yeah. And it was not. It was my besties, which was so sweet. But an more embarrassing part is that like in one of my classes, the clue was like the person you're closest with in this class has your next clue. And I was sitting at like my table or whatever. I was like, I'm not super close with anyone in this class. And then this guy was like, here's your note.
What? Because he just in proximity was close. Was that what it was?
Maybe. And like granted, I was like, yeah, out of everyone I'm like friendly with in this class, like I talk to him because he's at my table, but we weren't like
He was
friends.
why am I doing this?
Yeah. Or maybe I was just like, he thought we were friends. He's like, wow, here, Rachel.
Oh, that's cute. That's adorable.
Yeah.
I feel like my high school memory of Valentine's Day is I'm pretty sure I got broken up with the day after Valentine's Day.
Oh.
I don't think it really meant anything to me at the time, cause I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I did really like the guy I was dating, but yeah. I feel like I remember my mom knowing I was dating this guy.
Yeah.
Um, 'Cause I played soccer with his sister, which is rare that my parents would ever know that I was dating someone. And so, like, she was like, "What are you gonna get him for Valentine's Day?"
Yeah.
I feel like I remember getting like a camo beanie because he was into hunting and stuff,
Nice.
filled with candy.
Oh, that's nice.
I was like,
And then
"Here's."
the next day on the
Yeah.
15th,
I
he
think
broke
he
up
was
with
kind
you?
of like, "Well, there wasn't a blowjob with it, so I'm out."
Really?
I mean, I don't know, like, exactly what it was, but I'm pretty sure it's because I didn't put out, and it'd been
Mm.
long enough, and I guess he
How long had
expected
you been
something.
dating? It's also so weird in high school. I mean, I know there are a lot of serious relationships in high school, but to be like, we were dating.
Yeah,
Because
we were
when you're like
dating.
as an adult, you're like, okay.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it's, I mean, that was a weird maybe a couple months, but yeah, like, I wasn't like that,
Wow.
and so I think that that's kinda what that
A
was.
boy that I dated in high school for like 3 months, I was like so shy about like doing anything to
Mhm.
put out. And I mean, I don't think me sucking his dick is why we broke up, or not doing that. But yeah, that is, I was like, wow, that didn't even cross my mind as something I would like try to do with him.
I also maybe I'm, like, overthinking it. It could have just been me, you know?
Right.
But I'm a pretty cool person, so
Yeah.
I don't think
No
it
one
was
would break
that.
up with you.
Yeah, no, but we were friends, like, it wasn't like it was a very
Yeah.
because I think I then literally that same year we broke up, I went to homecoming with his best friend while
Oh,
he went
nice.
with the new girl he was dating.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
It
I
was a
think
whole
for
thing.
me, in my like, oh, I don't know, want to do stuff with you. It's like we were like best friends. Like we were so close. And I was like, oh, that means that we like each other, you
Yeah.
know? But then it doesn't just like, it doesn't feel natural. But
Yeah.
I will say, when we broke up, I was very upset. But I also think I was upset because I was like, hey, like, you don't get to do that to me. I'm great. But also, like, a few weeks before, I kinda wanted to, and my friend was like, "No, don't."
Yep.
And then he got to do it, and it's just like, "Ugh, well, this is just embarrassing."
I don't know. I learned early on that I would rather them do it.
Yeah,
I don't
I
like
had
to
too
do
much
it.
pride.
I did when I did it in college because it just wasn't happening the other way.
Oh, you were trying
Like,
to get him
yeah,
to
like,
break up with you?
I feel like that's kind of like a male tactic,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, let me just do things that get them to break up with me so I don't
That's
have to
so
deal with it."
immature.
That was me. I didn't wanna do it, but it was because I liked the people I was dating. It just wasn't anything else other than
Yeah,
that, and so I didn't wanna hurt their feelings, and I knew I was gonna come out of it fine. 'Cause, I mean, I think the only one I cared about was initially when that guy broke up with me, I thought I liked him a lot.
yeah.
It wa
Camo guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, "I think I like him a lot." And then it was like, "No, I think I just liked that we hung out and we, like, played sports together and
Yeah,
we."
you're just like, "I like this friend who's a boy, and
Yeah.
we laugh and have the same
It
interests."
was like, "Yeah, this is cool, this is easy, this is fun." And
Yeah.
then, you learn,
It's
like.
like, "Hey, you wanna go to my car and make out?" And you're like, "Not really."
Yeah. No. Yeah, it was a whole thing. Because I think the guy I dated after that, I tried so hard to get him to break up with me. I think he eventually did. No, maybe I had to do that. I had to do that one.
What did you
Yeah.
do to get him to wanna break up with you?
Well, so you're an asshole.
Wow.
Like, you do things like you don't text back fast enough because back in the day when we first got text messages, which was my junior year of high school, you could text on the bricks.
Right. The
Um
Nokia Brit.
Yep. And yeah, everybody expected you to turn that around quickly, especially if
Yeah.
you were dating or like talk on the phone at night. "No, I'm going to bed."
Oh, yeah, we didn't do that.
Yeah. Or just like hanging out. It was just very and you don't do anything.
Right.
Like you don't do anything sexually.
Right. Well,
Not that I
okay,
was
you
anyways, but
to
like.
people listening, made no sense, the face you just made, because you were like, "We didn't do anything sexually," and then gave a, like, smirky grin, and I'm like, "Wait, why are you
Is
making a,
that
like, sexual grin by
I don't
saying we
know.
didn't do
We didn't
anything?"
do these things. Yeah, I
I was
don't
like, "So
know.
wait, you did? Like, what are you trying to say?"
Yeah, I was kind of an asshole, like, in that relationship because I think he set a precedent because he got me a lot of gifts,
Mm.
And so it turned into like, well, these gifts are nice, so I guess we'll keep dating.
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything and I get these gifts. This is great. But that was bad.
Yeah.
You know, we do bad
Well,
things.
we were also, 17 and
Yeah.
20, and we're little babies.
Just a baby.
Yeah. Baby. And
Yeah.
everything feels so intense when you are that age, very dramatic.
Yeah, but I never mistook or thought I was in love with any guy I dated
No.
until maybe like 24 years old,
Yeah.
and it was with Nathan.
Nathan.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's same with me and Skylar. I
That's
mean, I
weird,
don't have
actually.
a heavy dating history.
Me neither.
There's like, oh, people I went on like a handful of dates with, and then like who I dated in high school, which is nothing, or at least it
Yeah.
wasn't anything to me. I want to say that because I know there are some people who have like their high school sweethearts. Like my parents dated in high
Yeah.
school and they're
That
married,
exists.
and people who have like really intense like high school relationships, and I just didn't have that.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't have that either. I had
um,
infatuations.
yeah,
Like I was like, dang, he's like so fucking attractive. But the people I was like really attracted to never wanted to date me.
yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a shame.
Well, Valentine's Day today. Do y'all have any traditions, you and Nathan?
No. I
Do you
just don't
exchange
think
gifts?
it's a no,
We
definitely
don't
not.
either.
It's not a holiday. You know how I feel about gift giving anyways. Um in my mind it's just it's a fun excuse for people to do something
Yeah.
if that's what they enjoy. We don't necessarily enjoy going out to a crowded restaurant. So what we typically do is the same thing we do all the time is we might say, "Oh, I'm not going to cook dinner tonight. Let's order in."
Yeah, same.
Um I mean, yeah, if I think of love, if that's what Valentine's Day is about, it's probably just food.
Yeah. And I was like, in a way, I think it's fun for people who do really like Valentine's Day
Yeah,
because, in a way, it is just like, I don't know, random day of the year to think about and like prepare something like to show someone how much you love them. I think
exactly.
that's fun. Um, Last year we went to, or Kai told us that their tradition on Valentine's Day is doing breakfast for dinner, and she's an excellent cook and
Mhm.
baker, and so like she goes all out and makes like fancy, like when I think breakfast for dinner, I'm like, yeah, pancakes, eggs, bacon. She'll be like, oh, a goat cheese pancake.
Quiche.
Yeah, like it's something. I'm like, whoa, whoa, yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
But
Shashuka.
because of that, I was like, Skylar, do you want to go to IHOP for Valentine's Day? So we did that last year, and I
Love that.
loved it. And I already have it on the calendar this year.
Yeah.
And it's just like IHOP and a little heart for Valentine's, and it's on a Friday,
Oh my
and
god, that's perfect.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
and
a
I'm
huge
looking
fan of
forward.
that.
It's like I don't know if I'm looking forward to Valentine's Day or that I'm just looking forward to IHOP.
Yeah, it's the food. That is, I mean, that's the way to my heart too, so I get it.
Yeah.
I like that my mom's been doing these family vacations during
Oh
that week
yeah.
because it was the same last year. Because then I feel like it's like, oh yeah, we're just this is it. This is
Yeah.
the event. Valentine's Day is not really the event for me. It's a family vacation event.
My mom loves a holiday, and so and like a gift basket. Like
Oh
putting together a
yeah.
little basket of stuff. So when I saw them a few weekends ago for my birthday, she gave me some birthday presents and then also was like, "Oh, and here's your Valentine's Day gift."
Cute.
And it actually was cute. They're like got these like long matches that were like Valentine's colors, and I was like, "Oh, these are cute." And then like some candies or something, and
Yep.
that's what it is. But she'll do that, be like, "Oh, here's your Halloween basket and your yeah."
I like that. I
She would do it
will.
in college, and then when I had roommates in college, she'd be like, "Oh, they also get a little thing."
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Oh, see that's there's certain people
You
that
missed
like
out never
giving
living
that.
with me.
Well,
Yeah, gift giving is her
it's her thing.
love language,
Yeah.
100%.
When I love people like that,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
But that's it's also great for those companies that make money off of us.
Yes. But did
That's
you
all
get
it is.
excited in elementary school to like pick out your Valentines?
I don't remember. Like
Yeah.
I I will say I remember Nathan giving me a Harry Potter Valentine card.
Oh.
There's no candy, just Harry Potter
Yeah.
Valentine, and that was like special. I still
Yeah.
have it on my mirror downstairs.
Nice.
Um, but like I don't remember as a kid it was just kind of like an activity to do that day. Or
Yeah, I
like,
mean, I think I liked it because you didn't really have school that day, or it's
yeah,
kind of like a half day of doing like, oh, we're doing a Valentine's Day lunch, and then we exchange Valentines. You just walk around and like put your Valentine in
and
everyone's little
everyone's little,
shoebox
yep.
thing.
I feel like I
Um,
remember we made our own like baskets to put Valentines in, like a
yeah,
little pouch, and then like during the day you would do crafts to make a Valentine for your parents that you got to take home to
yeah,
them and stuff. I liked that.
yeah.
Um,
So I'm like, I think I just liked
yeah,
Valentine's Day because it was a crafting day of not learning.
yeah.
And then you got some candy.
Which, yeah, who doesn't love candy as a kid?
Yeah.
That's, I mean, I don't. I think of Valentine's Day the same way I think about like a St. Patrick's Day. I feel like we took a holiday that was maybe meant something real to certain people because it
Yeah,
has with like a Saint Valentine, right?
sure.
And then um all that. But it's like we made it into a bigger deal just because that's what we like to
Well,
do.
we are America,
Yeah, it's like we
and
have to
we're
make
like,
this
how
something.
can we sell some stuff with this?
Oh yeah,
How can
how do
we
we make a
junk
buck?
up people's homes?
Yeah,
Yeah, we like to consume here.
that's the truth. Yeah, but I don't know, it's Valentine's Day. If I'm not yucking anyone's yum. If that's your thing and you're like, nope, Valentine's Day is the one day of the year that I show that I love the other person I live with.
Wow, the one to get out of that relationship.
Yeah.
If you're like, no, no, you get February 14th.
Yeah.
That is your day. Stop complaining.
That's kind of how see it sometimes, though. In my mind, it's just like, what is the purpose of it?
Yeah.
I still don't understand it.
Okay, well, so kind of related to like, cause yeah, then that's I feel like people's like complaint is, well, I don't need a day to show you that I love you. But then it's also kind of like birthdays and anniversaries. Like you don't need that day to show
Appreciate
them
you
or
were born.
exactly. And so, but recently I'm like, I love my birthday because normally things that I want to do that Skylar would be like, oh yeah, sure, or not like as enthusiastic about it the way I am. He's like, yeah, that's what we're doing today.
On your
And I'm
birthday,
like,
you get
gosh,
it.
I can be like, okay, we're gonna play pickleball, and then we're gonna go to this like antique store, and then we're gonna get what I want for dinner, and then we're gonna watch this thing that I want. And he's just like,
And then we're gonna bury a body in the backyard.
yeah, and he's
What?
excited about doing all those things and burying the body. And like sometimes he does like those things and sometimes he's not. But if I'm like planning the entire day of what I want to do, it can be like versus, yeah, it's your birthday.
Yeah, I get
And
that.
so I had the idea of like, ooh, we should also do that for like half birthdays. Like throw a day in
I
there.
love that.
Because I also enjoy doing that for him. So like on his birthday and we do like all these things that I know he loves to do that I'm like, yeah, I don't mind doing these things, but they're not like top tier for me,
Mm-hmm.
and being like, ooh, we're getting exactly what you want for dinner and like going to all these places you love and we'll go to like the D&D store and you can pick out, something like that. And it's just fun to have like a Skylar day or a Rachel day.
Can't you just do as long as you're not doing it every day? Is that not
Yeah,
like
you don't have to. I
like you?
think and if you don't like pick a day where it happens, then it
Yes,
just doesn't.
exactly.
And so
You don't
now I
necessarily
could just
need
be
a half
like, oh,
birthday.
we have a free weekend, this blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Sunday is going to be Skylar Day. And
yeah,
I do think that is really fun. And so that's when I think, oh, sometimes if you're not planning for something, it doesn't happen. And
yep,
that's why Valentine's Day and things can be nice to do that.
yeah.
But just think if like Nathan was like, okay, it is Jen Day and he's like, I'm gonna go out. Do you not have things that you like to do? If he like went out and got you your favorite breakfast while you stayed here and got to read your book and do a
I
puzzle,
was gonna say a lot of the favorite Jen things are just Jen's doing Jen.
yeah. But also you could be like, ooh, and I want you to do like this project, and this project, and he's
Oh
like,
my
great, I'm gonna do it.
god,
But
yes,
normally he's like, oh, the honey-do list, and it's like you got to
yeah.
think about it like that, where it's things like, yeah, they do it and it's fine, but like
Oh, you're
they're
right.
eager to do it
Yeah.
because it's a Jen day.
I don't want you to be irritated that I'm asking you to do this thing. I want
Right.
you to be excited.
Right. They're like, I'm doing this because I love Jen.
That's it. It's happening. That outdoor kitchen you've wanted for 30
Yeah.
years.
Because I can see as I'm talking about this, you're like, yeah, I guess. I'm like, no, I know there's things
There
that
are things.
Jen is like, oh, I would love to do this like with Nathan or have him do that he's like, yeah, I'll get to it. But on Jen
Yeah.
Day,
I mean, just when I think about a Jen Day, the ultimate Jen Day.
now you're getting excited.
Yeah, it's like it's pretty epic. Although I feel like I have my Jen week when he goes and does his things with his he does
Oh,
a
his trips and
Memorial
stuff.
Weekend thing
Yeah.
to Rome, Georgia, and it's like, "Oh, this is Jen's time." And I say that, I get a new puzzle, I binge watch my favorite shows, I'll read books, I will order food.
Yeah. I think like I enjoy that as well. But then also there's things that I like want to do with
Yeah, I
Skylar.
can't do by myself.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Or like I can, but I'm like, oh, I want you to be excited about potentially what wallpaper we're gonna put in this room and like go to Home Depot and like think of the things.
Rachel's like, "Be excited about the fucking wallpaper, Skylar."
Right. Um, and well, it's kind of like when like you can both be excited about something, but like I'm excited on one day and he's like, I don't feel like doing that today. And then
Yeah.
the day he really feels like doing it, I'm like, I don't want to do that
Yep.
today. Um,
Which is most days where I really feel like getting something done, and
yeah.
Nathan's like, "Nah."
My problem, I've been told, is that so I am a morning person. And I will like wake up before Skylar and like either like go downstairs, make my little breakfast, my little morning drink, read my book, and then maybe like an hour or so has gone by. And in all this, I've had 100 thoughts because that's how my mind works.
Yeah.
And then so he wakes up, he's like, "Oh, good morning," and I'm like,
That is Nathan and I on our morning walk, because that's me, I'm you, I'm
yes.
like,
And
"Da,
then
da, da, da,
he's
da, da,
just
da."
like, "You have had a whole day, and I have just woken up." But on Rachel Day, it's like, great, let's talk about it.
Oh, Skylar, Nathan is just like you with that. He'll be like, I'm like, "Why aren't you talking? What, do you hate me?" And he's
Yeah,
just like, "I woke up 30 seconds ago. Like,
right.
like, just stop."
And especially if I've had caffeine, it's my cocaine, and which I know is probably maybe my insulting to say for people, who do cocaine or struggle with that. But like for me, I'm just like, and he's like, you have just like had these ideas for 20 different projects. And with how his brain works is I now have to do
20 different
all these
projects.
projects. And I'm like, but that's not how my brain works.
No.
I'm just brainstorming, baby. And I want to have a back and forth. And he just sees it as these are tasks
You're gonna get
that
put
I
on a
want.
list. I want the back and forth.
Yeah.
I like we mentioned on the
Let's do the
podcast.
dream together.
Exactly. We were talking about putting the pool in your backyard, and
Yeah.
I was talking to Nathan about it, and I was like, "We're gonna do that," and he's just like, "Cool." And then I was like, "And we could potentially see about doing it in our yard because we could do it here in the thing, and then like put
You
the
can learn in my
sauna."
backyard and then figure out
Exactly.
how,
And he's
yeah.
just like, uh, he's like, "Why don't you just use the sauna we have?"
What?
Because we
Oh,
have the like.
that pop-up
I was like,
one?
"Yeah, you
Do
have
you
to like."
like that?
No,
Yeah,
it's
I
awful.
think I told you I got a sauna blanket that I
Yeah.
tried, and it also was awful. It didn't get hot enough. It was trash.
What I want to just be able to walk into a room. I don't want to have to get out, build my little
Yeah,
station,
no, that's a problem.
sit in a chair and zip it up to my neck and be like, "Okay, here we go."
The movie Halloween Town?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were gonna passionately say yes, so maybe not. It was a Disney Channel original.
So I feel like it's been so long since I've seen that.
Oh, never mind. There's a scene where they need like a drop of sweat from a ghost, and the ghost gets into this like steam box, and he's like, all you can see is the top of his head, and that is what I'm imagining
Oh,
you look like.
I don't know if
But
I've seen Halloween Town now that you say that.
wow, that's sad.
And we look for Halloween movies to watch every year.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a kid's Halloween movie.
Oh,
But
okay.
actually, so
I
maybe
mean, we
you
still
would
watch
like it.
yeah, we
Yeah.
still watch kids Halloween movies.
I used to have an old boss who looked like the villain from Halloween Town. Um, then that means nothing to you.
It
So,
doesn't. Yeah.
and he was kind of a villain. So,
Don't it's weird when people just look bad?
what?
Like
You don't
look
know what he
evil?
looked like. Oh,
You know,
evil.
you know what I mean? Like it's just like a thing that some people look like.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what that's like to have been with someone or be with someone who just looks evil.
Right. I'm trying to think. I don't walk down the street and I'm like, that person looks like a villain.
I mean, we talked about this with Tell Me Lies. I was like, that guy looks fucking evil.
Yeah, but then also
Evil.
I'd wonder if I saw him just like on the street as himself, if I would be. Like he's playing this character. Like he
Who's
keeps
evil.
his face probably in the certain expression, you know, to be evil.
Evil. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I think some people just look evil.
What a treat. Now what would be good is if you looked so not evil and then
But
you
you
were
were.
evil.
Maybe that's
Actually, I'm sure there actually are a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
There are a lot. There's just like the pretty bias or like handsome bias or something of just like, oh,
Ted Bundy.
yeah, exactly. So actually, yeah,
Immediately
there's
thought
a
of that.
lot of
Pretty
people like
bias.
that, and it is a problem. Gosh, if he had just been Uggo,
No way
man.
does he get what he get. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
But
a lot
stud.
less people would have died, maybe.
I'm obsessed that they redid that or like they did that with Zac Efron as him.
Oh yeah,
Because I
he
was
did
like,
such a good job.
believable.
Yeah.
I would have gone home with you.
It's so insane that with that, like, even though he was like convicted and people knew what he did, he still had these like fan fanatic women who were like, yeah, chop me up, daddy.
Yeah. Some people love that shit.
Yeah. Not me. Do not chop me up. I would
Not
like
me.
to live.
Oh, it's great. Happy Valentine's
Happy
Day.
Valentine's Day.
Oh man.
Get
I'm
that
curious.
lingerie order in.
See,
Those are the ads I always get targeted for
really?
Valentine's Day. Yeah.
I'm curious the people who do like make Valentine's a huge deal where like is it a thing for you to get like sexy lingerie and
But I think about that, and that actually could be so fun. Like if that's a tradition you have where you like buy something that you feel super sexy in, and then you're like, yeah, we're gonna have a sex night, is what I was about to say.
yeah.
But like
I mean, I
make
used
it
to
a whole
love
thing because that build up and just being like flirty and like going on like a real date and you're wearing something sexy underneath and he doesn't know what it looks like and then
bam.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that cuz like I feel like that's very similar to like in college when I used to love dressing up for theme parties or even like post college any theme party.
Yes, we love a theme party.
I
And
feel
the
like that's what
theme
Valentine's is. Yeah,
maybe
Valentine's
just
Day
change it to that
is a
in your
theme party.
mind.
Let me get my
Yeah, we can
sexy
do some fun
lingerie.
stuff at your
I
bachelorette.
love
So,
that. I have
do you ever wear any of it?
I brought it so occasionally.
Yeah,
And it's more for me.
yeah,
Like it makes me feel sexy.
yeah. Well, laundry is also so hard because, like, you immediately you're not in that for a while, and you're like, "Am
Exactly.
I gonna do this whole thing just to
Yeah.
have it being like, yeah, you look good,
Yeah. Where that but that I feel like that's kind of the thing. Is it's
right?"
like I
And then
think I brought
lingerie can
it.
be so expensive.
It is expensive, but you guys all got it for me, so I don't
That's
have to buy
true.
anything. But I remember taking it on the honeymoon and like I put it on one night and he was like, "It was more work for you to do that. Like why would you put that on?
Yeah.
You're sexy or naked. Like just let's go. Like this is more work for me."
Right, but then also I feel sexier in the lingerie
I
than
was
I
like,
do naked.
that's how
Yeah.
I realized I think this is more for me.
Yeah.
I
It's
think this is
all
a
for
me
us.
thing.
Yeah. Do you ever wear the underwear that I got you?
Which ones? The giraffe?
I think, yeah, I gave you like
I grew out of the giraffes, but I will not get rid of them, so I took them to the river because I love them so much. My ass not doesn't fit in the
yeah,
giraffes anymore, but I love
doing
them
those
so much.
squats. Does it remind me? Does it have like little giraffe
Ears,
ears?
yeah,
Yeah.
on the back. It's the cutest. I
Yeah.
I've like I need to go back and order another
And
pair.
someone gave you giraffe pasties, right? And didn't you
They
wear
were
those?
dinosaur pasties. Wore
And
them
you
at the
wore,
wedding.
yes, that was fun.
Boogie
What
gave
a
me those,
surprise.
and it was perfect. I was
Yeah.
like, I can wear these underneath my wedding dress, and then when we take like when I get home that night, he's gonna see these
Yeah.
dinosaurs, and it made me happy. He was just like, "What are? Oh, those
I
are fun."
remember I had this like beautiful lace bodice thing under
Ooh.
my dress, but then also because of my dress, part of it would like you could see through the like whatever at the bottom. So then I had to put these like granny panty nude color things to like cover it right here.
Oh.
And so it was really funny because it's like, oh yeah, take it off the top, and then you're like, what's
What is this bottom
happening?
half doing? What do you got going on down there?
down there.
That's funny.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't wear anything underneath my dress because of the low V.
yeah,
So the pasties were perfect.
yeah.
Huge fan of the pasties. But you got
Never
me the
worn
lingerie that
pasties.
had it like unbuttoned
Oh
at
yeah,
the bottom.
crotchless.
It
So
was like,
that's why I was like, you know what? Then everyone wins because
yeah,
you can keep it on.
and feel sexy up here,
Right,
and
but
he can
still
still access
allow
down there.
the entrance. Which, speaking of those like smutty fairy books or
Oh,
dragon books,
mm-hmm.
the different ways that they describe, like,
Them fucking.
yeah, I think my least favorite is when they try to sexily say, like, my entrance.
Oh, I feel like a weird reaction when it's just like, huh.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, but then also, I feel for them because if it was just like his penis,
Yeah, I
like,
think I like when it's just like length.
yeah. But then like, I don't think actually there's any way that they can win. Like,
It's
I
all
just
kind
reading
of,
it, you're like, okay.
yeah, I'm with you on that. But that's why I feel like we've talked about this. Maybe it was with like some of Nathan's friends. Is that all the guys are like, oh, that like gets you off, and I was like, no, because it's if, or at least not for me personally. I'm like, I'm kind of like, oh God,
Yeah, I think
ugh.
it's like, which makes sense. It's like the buildup.
That's
That is what kind of
it's the
gets you
best
in the
part.
mood.
I'm
But then
more,
once some of the intense language comes in, you're like,
yeah.
takes me out of it.
No,
But
but,
like
like,
the
the sexual
buildup, and then you're like,
tension that leads into
yeah.
this, like, "Oh my god, they're gonna finally do it. Oh, hey, Nathan."
Yeah.
It's like, that is yeah,
But
that's
then
more
you're
exciting.
like,
And it's just like, "Oh, his
his
cock.
length went into my entrance, and you're like,
Oh, fuck.
okay.
Fuck. What is this?
Uh,
It's not doing it for me."
right. Oh, that's so
Let's go
funny.
back to the foreplay.
Yeah.
That is funny. Oh.
Well, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. We love our citizens.
Love you all.
Um,
I meant to well, no, it's fine. Um, I do want citizens to tell us what their favorite Valentine's Day things are,
oh, yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
always
If you have
curious what other people
Valentine's Day
do.
traditions,
Yeah.
let us know.
I feel like it would be fun if you had a little kid and, like,
Yeah,
that
that
seems,
is
like, more
fun.
exciting.
You know, my friend Taylor, her dad does love Valentine's Day, and he would go all out
See, I love
and
that.
still like sends them gifts for Valentine's Day, and all the like her siblings, they have pets, and like the pets get things for Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
and it's
I like that.
really cute.
I bet yeah, that's fun. I mean, you mentioned how much your mom loves doing it. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like that makes Valentine's Day great again.
Yeah.
Have a kid. Anyways,
MVGA.
we keep trying to do it.
Mivga.
Mavga.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Ta-ta, citizens.
I feel like that's how you end it, and I
It
love
is.
it every
That
time.
is, yeah, we can have merch that says ta-ta.
I want the big milk merch. It's happening.
It's happening. Ta-ta and milk.